Hi, and welcome to MQW Driving School YouTube channel. We're back again with another video. This time the video is for the PDI. If you want to know how much it really costs you to become a driving instructor, this video is for you. In actual, the real fees for the driving instructor to become one is just £300. So if you're clever enough to do all your training by yourself, self-study, you only have to pay the fee for the first time in passing first attempt, then it costs you £300. Stay tuned, I'll show you how. Process is like that. You go to the government website and apply to become a driving instructor. No money involved. Then they say do the DBS check, maybe £18, £23 maybe. So you DBS check. Within 2-3 weeks, you get the DBS check clear. Then the registrar will give you the personal reference number and the email that you approve to become a driving instructor. Again, no cost. Then you can apply for the theory test online, which is cost you £81. The DVSA fees for ADI Part 1 theory, £81. That is the main cost. Try not to go for your theory test unless you are not fully ready. And how you can become ready? Same like a theory test. UK Traffic Science, Driving Essential Skills book. Use the apps and highway code, and you can read the national highway standards. Lot of these publishment also free online. So UK Traffic Sign and Highway Code is free book available online. You can go to the YouTube. There are a lot of information, question answers. Or go with the general understanding as a driver, what you should do in that scenario. Hazard perception is exactly the same like other one, because you got the same eyes as a learner, so you see the same way as a hazard developing. So hazard perception is same. Theory questions are 100, more time than the learner. But think about it, and then you got the case study scenarios. So if you pay £81, go for the theory test, you can pass by yourself without anybody to register and without anybody help. Now let's come to the part 2. ADI Part 2 driving test fees is £111. Soon you pass the theory test, you try to book your Part 2 test. If you see them available online, book by yourself. If you see them not available online, then you just send the email or go to the customer service, call them and pay them the money and put your test on hold. Soon the new date will be available. They will book your test. Now, while waiting for the test date, don't waste your time. Drive the car at least 1 hour every day on the road. Try to use the learner test routes. You can take any learner test routes and try to keep yourself a marking sheet with you. Drive 1 hour, 40 minutes and try to make sure you are on National Highway Standard for driving, which is also available, that book National Highway Standard, free online at the government website. Feel like you want to go for the learner test and you want to pass the learner driving test and you want to pass this test for free with 0 minor mistake. Then when you feel I'm very polished, then you can go for your driving test as part 2. If you think I'm weak for my driving test, I can't do by myself and you need a mock test, that is where you need a help from your trainer, from your instructor, can be instructor trainer, audit trainer or local driving instructor if they have the knowledge of doing the area part 2 test. Then take your mock test or say somebody to sit next to you and pick your faults in driving. People are very good to pick the faults, be honest. So I think anybody you're going to say sit here, they can pick your fault, because picking fault is one of the easy job. They can't solve the problem, but they can tell the problem. Okay, so you can save the money here again. Then after passing the part 2, straight away you try to book your part 3, even you're ready or you're not ready. Again, there's no dates available online, so what you do, put the test on hold. Again, it costs you £111 again. Then this is your choice. Many people think they have to register with some company for the part 3 test. No, there is no rule. That is your choice. You want to enroll with somebody? Go for that. If you don't want to practice your part 3 teaching skills by taking information through the books, from the internet, from the YouTube, from the DVSA guidance for the examiners, from National Highway Standards, and watching a lot of videos like that, you can do self-study. You can teach somebody in your family members, because you got 3 years old license, and you legally can teach somebody without the sake of money. So that way you can practice with your family members for free. Develop your teaching skills. Understanding your marking sheet, which is available online, 17 competencies. There's also the guideline, a lot of YouTube videos with the guideline where you know what to do in 17 competencies. Now, let's say you don't want to go there and you want to join the driving school. Now, this is where the cost come. And people think that cost, it is a compulsory cost. No, that is the cost you choose. Now, when you go to the driving school, they can teach you part 1, part 2, part 3 and sell you the courses. There are a lot of offers online, 1500, 1600, 1800, like that. But that is not the true cost. This is where people end up like a sale. Come here is a sale, 50% sale here. They go there, they're stuck in the sale, and they end up buying the costly stuff. They do not tell you everything, or sometimes they got a lot of papers like term and conditions, which you try not to read it, and you end up in the contract. 12 months contract, 24-month contract, 36 months contract. Then sometimes you end up getting their car on the lease. Car with insurance, with the dual control, then they will give you supply of the student, which they promise and they don't give you in the last. And then you end up paying them a lot of money. This is a self-employed job. You don't need to be under somebody. You can do by yourself everything, and you can be your own boss from the day one. You do not need any company. But let's say if you choose it. Instructor training normally minimum start costing you from £50 per hour. If you want to take the pink badge, you want a trainee badge to teach the other clients, then there is a condition. You need to do 40-hour training. It's up to you. You can do 40 hours in the car with a trainer, 1-to-1, or 2 people in the car, or 1 people in the car, or 4 people in the car. That's your choice. Nothing go against you. You can do self-study as well and in car as well. Total combination can be 40 hours. But study at home will not make you a good teacher. So I know people think, oh, let me do 10 hours in the car, 30 hours in the online trainings, sitting in the Zoom, webinars, doing softwares like that. You need to be on the road to teach someone. That make you a good teacher, not the webinars and class and stuff. If you want to do webinars, online trainings, YouTube videos, and study online at home, that is extra trainings. So think of the 40 hours, for example, £50 an hour. It costs you £2,000. So now think, why they offering you £1,500? How? There must be a loophole. If you do the training for the part 2, let's say you take 10-hour lesson for part 2, £50 an hour, it costs you £500. So that's like £2,500 already here. And plus your test fee. And don't forget, we're talking about the first attempt pass. What if you fail? You have to pay again cost. Then let's say when you take the trainee badge after completing your 40-hour training, you pay £140 for the trainee badge. Then after the trainee badge, you need to do another 20-hour training, additional training. They never tell you about this additional training. Another 20 hours. Again cost you £50 per hour for at least 20 hours, £1,000. Again, half you can do in the car, half you can do online. But you need to practice on the road, not online. So again, think of that £1,000. If you go for your part 3 attempt and you fail, you have to do another 5-hour training. Again, 5-hour training less cost you again £250. And by the time your first badge is already finished, because they do not have any driving test dates available. So your driving test date is not available and your badge is finished. You need another badge maybe. You apply for another badge. Again, when you apply for another badge, you again need to fill the management form from the company. Maybe they again charge you the money to become the admin fee for that. Again cost. And then again you maybe have to do another 20-hour training again with them. Because you take the new badge, you have to do another 20 hours, another £1,000. And then again, if you take the third badge, another £1,000. If you fail again second attempt, another £111. So again, it's costing you more. Now talk about the franchise. If you end up in the franchise, brand only franchise these days start from like £40 per week for the PDIs up till £60 per week, where they say bring your own car with the dual controls, and we supply you the kit, students, people with some commissions like that. And if they say no, you can take the car from us, dual control car with the stickers on, with insurance and everything, then this is like a lease car. You are renting out the car. The car policies and this insurance with the car franchises, sometimes it costs you about, let's say, 150 minimum up till 250 maximum or 300 maximum per week. Now imagine if you got 2,000 per week. So you're looking about 800, like you're paying like so much money for 1 year, and you do 2-year contract. If anything go wrong with the car, break down, you damage the car, they charge you for extra for that, because they give you brand new cars with the new models. And when you can't give them car back in a nice condition, like you disturb their mat, break down their mirrors, you got the dents, you got scrub their wheels, damaging their bodywork and stuff like that, they charge you extra. So if you're clever enough, you can pass the driving test for full become a driving ADI test in £300. Self-study, 81 for theory, 111 for part 2, 111 for part 3. You don't need anybody. You don't need to pay anybody. That is how we done it. Franchise driving school is your choice. Pink badge is your choice. First 2-3 badges, your choice. So everything has become your choice. Whether you want to take the long route with the long money, or you take the short route with the short money. But do not attract. My advice, do not attract by the offers which is available online. All national schools doing the offers. But they don't tell you about how much it costs you part 1, part 2, part 3, first batch fee, second batch fee, third batch fee. If you fail, another 20-hour trainings, another fail, 5-hour additional trainings. If you need to fill the form, management fee, admin fee, franchise fee, car fee, damaging of the car fee, lot of stuff like that. Additional training, extra money. If you leave us, you pay the whole franchise. If you disturb the contract, you go in the court, we demand you the court fee, lawyer fee. So my advice, try to do self-study as much you can. Seek advice in the beginning. Put down all the cost on the paper, look on your budgets. Don't start the course for £1,500, £1,800 and think everything will be done in £1,800. You're going to end up, this process can be end up for 18 months these days. 9 months, 12 months, 18 months with 1 badge, 2 badge, 3 badges. 18 months. Then lot of money to pay to instructors, trainers, companies. And then you end up paying maybe £1,000, 500, 5,000, 6,000, lot of money. So again, choice is yours. You want to just do by yourself or with a franchise, or you want to do all independent. We at the MQW Driving School do not do any contract. I teach you like you, my pupil, like a learner. You book for 2 hours, you pay for 2 hours, that's it. Crystal clear. No contract. You pay if you want. You don't want to pay, just come, learn and go. We get a lot of part 2 tests who just pay me for 2 hours and they learn everything in 2 hours sometimes because they already have done self-study. What time they come to me when they're fully ready and they just want me to check them. Yesterday we got the lady who passed the test in second attempt, but this time she came to me for the first time. She just done 2-hour correction lesson, and that was enough for her. So she just paid £100 for 2 hours for a correction to sort herself out, and she passed yesterday with 2 minors. That's it. Why? Because she done the self-study. She saved herself a lot of money. And she just paid me for 2 hours, no contract, nothing. Now, if she want to come for the part 3, that is her choice. And if she want to do everything by herself, and just in the last, she want me to check her and correct her, that's it. So again, that is the cost involved in your ADI process. But in the future, if you want to go other things like get the badge, when you become fully ADI, then it costs you £300 for the badge, which is valid for 4 years. And then if you want to re-register yourself as a standard check, after the standard check, which is another test like a part 3, then you pay another £300 after 4 years for the badge. If you lose the badge, look for the replacement badge, £3 only. Then you can register yourself as a Pass Plus trainer in the future, and Pass Plus registration, you can just ask them to register you online, and the pack of the Pass Plus registered is £37 only. Then you can become a fleet trainer in the future after 12 months staying in ADI, which is another like a route for you to become a trainer for the fleet like a company cars, van drivers and stuff, which give you more jobs. Not a good money, but let's say 3.5 hours these days, £85. So their registration is 120, and then renewal is 120. So not too much. And if you will become an audit trainer like us, again, after spending 12 months in this job, then become qualifying period of the audit trainer is £151 only, and registration is 120, and re-registration extra training badge if I need it, then is £18 if I work with different company also, and when I do reassessment, £151. So actual fees is not too much. Is the training which cost you more. They attract you with the small amount in the beginning, like a sale, and then they end up asking you more money in return. So with us, bring your own car with the dual controls, pay us what you want to learn for 2 hours, and that's it. Then it's all up to you. How much you do the self-study, how much you want to do learning by yourself, and how much you need my help. So thank you yourself, and thank you for watching my video, and I will come back again with another nice video for you. Thank you.